Hello, today is Thursday, September 18th, 2025. My name is Daniel Mullany, and again behind the camera we have Nico Greina. And today we are here to film a video source inspection of a fully refurbished Ultra T mask cleaner. This system has been upgraded with our SITEK Slick software and a touchscreen HMI and PLC interface. Our customer is located here in the United States and their PO number ends in 28737. So with this system here, this is a mask cleaner system as we normally call it, but let me go ahead and open the chamber door here. In this case, it's configured for cleaning wafers that are attached to film frame after they've gone through a dicing process. So here you can see we have an example of a film frame with a wafer that's already been diced on it. So after that process, we're going to bring it into the mask cleaner for removing any residue. So I'm going to go ahead and mount that in there. It's pretty straightforward. You can see inside the chamber that we have a few mounting positions on the chuck that allow us to hold the film frame in position. And then this system is configured with a few normal options on the mask cleaner. We have a dispense arm here that allows us to provide some sort of chemical dispense if you'd like. In this circumstance, the system is only configured to run surfactant type chemistries. We also have a high pressure spray arm that does the majority, if not all, of the cleaning process to the wafer. And then we have an N2 blow off for drying the system, as well as a heat lamp. So what I'm going to do to close it is use both hands on the closed lid buttons right here. It's configured as such so you can't have one of your hands hanging in the chamber when it's closing. We already have this system pre-programmed with 20 seconds of a pre-wet, followed by 10 seconds dispense, a 20-second high-pressure clean, followed by 240 or so seconds between the various dry steps. There's a couple different dry steps in RPM that we have on here. So this is just a demo run for the system. Our customer will have whatever recipe that they determine is effective for actually cleaning their substrates when they install this system in the fab. So let's go ahead and start the cycle now. Okay, so I see immediately that the system is first pulling vacuum to the chuck. That is one of the interlocks that we require in order to make sure that the wafer is being pulled down and can't release during the high pressure wash or dry cycles. Coming on here, I can also see a gauge that shows a CO2 level to the reionizer. CO2 reionization of the mask cleaner is important because it prevents us from damaging anything that you're running in it. This is traditionally a feature that is required for masks because we don't want a high pressure wash with deionized water onto a mask surface because it can cause what's called the corona effect that strips electrons off the metal that's inlaid into the mask for the pattern, and typically chrome. And so that's important for that process. It may or may not be a requirement for wafer processing as we're doing right now. Depends really on what sort of device or product the customer is manufacturing. In the event that CO2 reionization is not required, then this is a pretty straightforward feature that can be essentially jumpered out by running nitrogen to the canister, and then it'll still run through its full normal process, but instead of reionizing with CO2, the DI water will just get exposed to normal N2 and just do a traditional type process here. I can also see now that we have nitrogen dry up to 30 psi, and when I look at our controller here, I can see that we have an N2 blow-off happening as well as an exhaust blower, and the spindle motor is on at 1500 RPM. So for this first dry step, what we're doing is rotating at high RPM with an N2 blow-off in order to essentially whip the majority of the water off and just use that N2 nozzle spraying across the center of the film frame and substrate to dry everything off. It's a pretty straightforward thing here where we're going to be spinning and applying nitrogen and then eventually heat in order to dry our chamber. So kind of a traditional process that you'd see in the fab, especially with other products that we sell, other equipment that we sell, such as a spin rinse dryer. Right now we're in our final test area performing our video source inspection on this system, but I can see that we have another mask cleaner over here that we've been working on. And so we can see that we've got some of the electronics over here on the side that are exposed Okay, so about 20 seconds left on this. So the refurbished mask cleaner is just one of the many products that we specialize in. We specialize in spin rinse dryers, mask and wafer cleaners, box washers, the HTC 8010, 8020, 8030 series. If you have one of those systems in your fab, then we can provide refurbishments, services, and any parts that you need to upkeep that equipment. And then we also offer a full suite of wet processing equipment such as wet benches, chemical delivery systems, and carboys. So really, our goal is to be your solution for your wet process needs. Whether you need to process wafers in a chemistry, spin, rinse, dry them, clean your lithography masks, or rinse and dry your boxes and cassettes. We want to be the solution that you trust in order to provide, or in order to perform all of those processes. And we can glance over here as well. You can take a look at the other mask cleaner that we're working on. So we're constantly rebuilding these systems. Again, we have an old touchscreen here that will be replaced with one of our new SITEK ones. And really that's a theme of what we do here at SITEK is give longevity to your equipment in addition to providing our new systems. Because a lot of the equipment in your fab can operate fairly well and provides enough of the processing needs that you have, so long as you have the spare parts to support it and the electronics work properly. Now, if one of your parts goes bad in a system that we've never worked on or the part's been discontinued, it can be a huge pain to replace. So what we do here is for the equipment that we focus on, such as the mask cleaner, the box washer, SRD, chemical processing equipment, we're proactive about finding replacement parts before they fail, and then provide the services to upgrade your electronics. Because when we can do both of that for you, we provide longevity to your equipment and maintain that process, because working in a wafer fab is really hard. It's something that we understand, so we want to make your wafer drying a breeze. Okay, so we finished a few seconds ago while I was discussing our products. You can see here it says clearly on our touchscreen that the process is complete and the heat lamp is turned off. So what I'll do is I will open the lid now. So it just released the vacuum and opened our lid so I can see inside the system now. So I can see that our film frame and our wafer are nice and dry. I'll go ahead and pull that out right now. And we see a little bit of residual water in the chamber on the corners. That's expected, especially with a little bit of a shorter process time that we have here. But our main objective of cleaning and drying our film frame and wafer was successful. If you had a process requirement of needing the chamber more dry, then that wouldn't be a problem at all. You simply run it for a longer time with the heat lamp on longer. You have a longer process, this will already be dry, but it's just a matter of deciding the recipe that works best for you. Okay, well, pretty short video source inspection for today. I appreciate you taking the time to view it. Again, my name is Daniel, and this video is filmed for SITEK Process Solutions. If you want to learn more about us, please check out our website at www.sitekprocess.com. It's a new website. We're really proud of it, and it does a great job of laying out all of our products and giving you really easy ways to contact us. But the easiest thing that you can do is just pick up the phone and give me a call. Our phone number is 916-797-9000, and then my extension is 2201. I hope you'll have a great day.